All right, traders, today is April 15th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. Let's go take a look at some charts. All right, let's start with SPY. And we'll take SPY on the daily time frame. Big red candle down. Got a lower high, got a lower low, coming into 500. Got an anchored VWAP at 501. Big move down today. So definitely about to breaking the minor support, the major support right through here. So SPY breaking major support. This is SPY is in a downtrend, if you didn't know it. QQQ, which was in an uptrend, has made a lower high and a lower low. QQQ now in a downtrend. And what was the high for today? 442.15. Yesterday's high, Friday's high, 442.24. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA, QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. All right, and this low right here is 311.54. Today's low is 309.05. That's lower. We have a lower low. FNGU now in a downtrend as well. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross underneath the wavy 17 EMA there. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow, already in a downtrend. Got a higher high and a lower low outside day. Still in a downtrend, coming right into the trend line right here. All right, so there's Diamond Dow closing below the bearish trap and the 17 EMA. Sharp pullback. Curious if there's a moving average there that it could be going after. And there's the 100 on the daily chart. What do we have on the 2 hour, 4 hour? There's the on the 4 hour we got the 200. So there's a possibility there. Let's go back to our charts. So there's Diamond Dow pulling back to the uptrend line right there. All right, sharp pullback. Where's minor support? Right here. Here's the consolidation. And you can see Diamond Dow is set up to bounce later this week. Coming right into the minor support. And the diagonal support line, uptrend line, which is diagonal support. So Diamond Dow is kind of poised to have a bounce sometime later this week, maybe after Mr. Powell speaks tomorrow. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM in a downtrend, okay, as well. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, so IWM in a downtrend. Actually, everything's in a downtrend right now. All right. I don't know about precious metals and energy, but right now, FNGU, QQQ just made the downtrend list today. So there's IWM, SPY, did Diamond Dow. And we did FNGU, which everybody made the downtrend list for today. So there's IWM. Let's go take a look at silver and gold. So here's silver. All right, silver puts in lower high, higher low, kind of an inside day here. All right, closing over bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. This is bullish. This put in a 3-year high on Friday, right there. That was a new 3-year high right there. So there's SLV. Let's take a look at GLD. All right, GLD having a lower high, lower low, closed above the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. So GLD still in an uptrend. GLD printed on Friday a new all-time high, whereas silver printed a new 3-year high. So there's GLD on the daily chart. Let's take a look at USO. USO, lower high, lower low, closing above the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. UNG is a lower high and a lower low, making a brand new all-time low today, right there. New all-time low for UNG. How pathetic. So there's lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA, UNG. All right, let's go take a look at SMH. All right, here's SMH, still bullish, hasn't broken this low. SMH got a higher high and a lower low outside day, closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. All right, so there's SMH. XLK. All right, XLK putting in a lower high and a lower low, closing with a lower high and a lower low underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. All right. So keep an eye on Amazon. I think we're going to have some sector rotation, and maybe XLK and some of them are going to give it up, the technology, up to some of the retail. So there's XLK. Let's take a look at XLI. XLI still in an uptrend. All right, still in an uptrend, but outside day, higher high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap and the 17 EMA. Okay, so XLI, let's take a look at IYT. These are our transports. Transports in a downtrend. We broke this low right here. Lower highs, lower lows. Transports in a downtrend. For the daily candle, higher high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17 EMA. Transports right on support. They could see a bounce. So I wouldn't doubt it if the market jams down to 500 and bounces up off of it tomorrow morning. Just saying, that's a possibility. On the US dollar, what do we have here? We have a bullish move, kind of looking like the end of a bullish run here, with a huge long candles coming into the end of the move, possibly trying to climb this breakdown candle high right there. All right, so back to test this high. So US dollar is bullish. I do think it's going to get hung up right about there, 107. And that would probably push the SPY and some of the others. Probably push SPY down to 500. And then I could see this rolling over. So we'll see what happens. Or consolidate like it did here, only a little bit quicker. And then come rolling back. So that's what we got for the US dollar. And what else do we have here? Let's take a look at our technicals. T2122. All right, so we made it into, we left off on Friday. We were in the seller's chop zone. We couldn't even hold the area. We got pushed out the door by the bears right through the sell zone. All right, so we went right through the kitty section, right into the adult pool down here at the oversold zone. And we spent the rest of the day there after getting pushed out the door by the bears. All right, T2123. No surprise here. Red from beginning to end of day. All right, T2123 3 bar. Wow, that's a whole lot of space. Coming into a little bit of minor support right here. All right, so price pulling back, might even have to come down to this rising 200. We'll see what happens. So there's the prior all-time high. Price action came up there. We wanted it to consolidate. It did. It just couldn't hold the area after 2 or 3 days. All right, and then we had a breakdown. So come back to minor support and probably start creating a bullish wedge through here. We'll see what happens. That's T2123. And for FNGU, couldn't hold the 200 SMA right there. FNGU green for the first two candles for the day. After that, they got trapped underneath VWAP with a bears program. And you can see right there, the bears put a whole lot of space between the VWAP line and the price action. So FNGU getting a sharp sell-off right there. All right, traders, on till tomorrow, okay? I'll see everybody tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. Today, what did we do today? Let's talk about today. Okay? And in the morning, we had SPY up. All right? And in the morning, we were way up there. Let's go back to our 10-minute chart. In the morning, we were bullish because we were up over the pivot. We were looking for green to erase red. It just couldn't get it done. Then we broke down under the pivot, and then I gave out my marching orders for myself, which was red candles underneath the pivot. You know, I'm looking for red erases green entry. Right there, we got it. Sell off. Had a little pullback, back to VWAP. Didn't even make VWAP. That's how weak it was. Then we filled the gap, and from there, we couldn't get back to VWAP, and we had a sharp sell-off for the rest of the day. All right, traders, that's it. All right. My strategy today was I'm revisiting 0 DTEs, and with this strategy, I put on a bull put spread with the intention of the bull put spread getting run over. So I put on a bull put spread with, I think it was 510, 5.9. All right. And then I bought directional puts right to run right through it, in which case the 509s wound up. You can see they got run over. So the 509s were green, plus my 514 directional puts also were green. The only thing that was red was my 510 puts that I sold against, that was the short strike in the bull put spread for the 0 DTE. And that worked out nicely. Having the directional, I didn't have to manage it at all because I was looking for it to come right in here. And if it bounced, my bull put spread won. If it ran through it, it's great because my 509s paid me. So, and then I had my 514s to run through it. So I'm back to 0 DTEs. I'm going to keep running this strategy till I see something wrong with it. But that's what we're looking at now. So that's what I did today. All right. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for being here. Not a weekend. Have a wonderful evening. Still feeling under the weather.